What is up, Obscure Mic people? I am in the middle of tearing my studio apart, so I have moved some of the components of my setup to my upstairs office style space. Want to go a little against the grain here and just do something a little different video-wise. I have realized that I am very indecisive when it comes to a lot of audio gear. And it's not so much indecisive, but I just want to be clear because I don't want anyone to be misled into thinking that I think that I'm an expert on audio gear or an expert in audio. Nothing could be further from the truth. I am not an expert whatsoever. I am a gearhead and a gear junkie and a, top gear. I don't know. Gear. I like gear. I enjoy it a lot. And I think that if you're doing what I do, which is podcasting, dabble in voiceover, YouTube content, which, I do other channels than this, but when you dabble in those things, I think, let me tell you what I think about audio real quick. We overcomplicate it. We overcomplicate it in a crazy way. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think you should strive for the best sound possible if that's what you're into. And I got to be honest, I don't think that's what I'm into. I think what I'm into is a little more complicated than that. That's what she said. I want to sound good. I want to sound passable, is even more honest. I want to sound semi-professional. And I think that's really easy to achieve. Now, when I do videos like the Shure MVX2U, for example, which kind of sparked this whole idea of just having a conversation with myself, this camera, and you. So, Bandrew did the MVX2U. Said he could not recommend it. 100% understand. I don't watch other reviews for validation. I watch other reviews, for more in-depth things like Julian Krause, way better at audio interfaces than anybody else I know of. Bandrew, way better at doing all the work, all the research than anyone else I know. Bronson at Audio Hotline, way better visuals than anyone I know, and he keeps it light. So does Bandrew. So does Julian Krause. Sometimes. Dark Corner Studios, just all around. He's like the all around LeBron James-ish kind of guy, like does everything well. Dark Corner's good all around fella. MEI Studio, best for history. What I'm getting at here is there's a lot of reasons to watch a lot of different audio channels. And I guess I kind of just I felt like I needed to explain mine. Maybe for me more than anything else, like I don't have doubts or anything like that. I know what I am, and what I am is a source for you to hear the gear, which is maybe something else I do. It's a source for you to hear the gear and maybe get more of a first impression perspective than anything else. Because I have to be honest, I have a family. I have a job. I have responsibilities that go beyond the job. I have things going on like crazy all the time. Most of my videos that you see, I knock those out in like 15 minutes. And by the time I edit them and push them out, I've got like an hour and a half in them. Because that's the time that I have to give to you and to fuel this obsession of playing with audio gear all the time. It's toys to me. It's very awesome, very cool toys. I feel like I give you the initial impression, the sound, some thoughts, a rating from me using it. A lot of these mics as well, I don't even test before I record. Sometimes I like to put the headphones on, talk into it, and give you my instant analysis throughout the video. So I just wanted to say, from that, maybe you shouldn't listen to me. Maybe you shouldn't listen to me at all if you want the most in-depth perspective on this kind of gear. But if you do want the first impression, because maybe you are just a gear junkie like I am, maybe you do just love audio in a way that doesn't really need to spiral down into something that's like super professional, super significant in your life. Maybe it is just kind of your hobby that you wouldn't mind if it went in a career direction, which is where I'm at. Very much a hobby, which would be cool if it went in a career direction. Hence the reason I try to make it a little more entertaining than normal. Don't get me wrong. It's my personality. I am exactly who I am on these videos. 100%. But I also understand that I'm not giving you the research that Bandrew is, or the research that Dark Corner is, or the research that Bronson gives. Do you know that Bronson walks away from his review, lets his ears get used to everything else around him, comes back before he even... Some of these guys put so much time, and I respect that so much. And I would do that as well if I didn't have so much going on. But time is of the essence for me. I just don't have a lot of it to give. But what I do give is me. I'm basically saying, if you think that I carry myself or think of myself as a professional audio gear reviewer guy, I don't. I really don't. I actually just really have a lot of fun with it and really like to give my first impressions on things. And I do miss things, get things wrong, and I try to make up for them. I definitely would never just expect you to buy something that I review. I try to be as transparent and honest as possible. Yeah, as possible. But, yeah, just really don't want anyone to think that I have any kind of like false misconceptions of what it is that I do. And nothing really brought this on as far as like viewers. Everybody's been awesome. You know how many times, which if you don't do YouTube, I'll explain real quickly. When you look at your comments in YouTube Studio, you can hit a held for review tab on comments. And in the early going, there were some pretty shitty comments, which is fine because I can handle criticism. It's fine. But like every time I hit those or that tab expecting someone's shitty comment, I never have any. Hardly ever does anyone say anything negative on my channel. And I really appreciate that because, again, I don't want there to be a misconception that I am trying to be Mr. Professional. I will bluntly and boldly say if you want the best in-depth review possible on a microphone with the most comparisons, there's a guy with 300,000 subs that prove that he is the one you go to if you want a very, very, very reliable take with a lot of time spent on a mic. That's Bandrew. And you could say the same for others like Audio Hotline and like Dark Corner Studios and like, others. I may get there one day because I may have the time to do so one day. But like a channel trailer, maybe this should be the updated channel trailer. My thing is the odd mics like this Avlex AVS-77 that you have not heard anyone else talk into and talk about. I don't think there's anyone else. I think it's just me. And that's kind of what I'm into. That's kind of my thing here. And by all means, that's what I do. That's what I'm into. I'm into bringing you gear that no one else is bringing you, while also satisfying my curiosities, also what she said, about mics that are popular and have been reviewed by the much better audio gear review community than myself. But I'm not trying to detriment myself either. I know that I bring a flair or personality to things, and it's a little different. I'm a little different. A little bit. But again, sometimes it's not so much second guessing myself, but reiterating to the people that do spend their very precious time watching the things that I do, please, please do not buy anything that you think I am just recommending. Find more reviews, or if you're okay with shortcomings, that's another thing. I'm okay with shortcomings. The Shure MVX2U, the thing when you bump it and the noise floor raises, I'm okay with that. I don't plan on bumping the mic because no matter what you do, bump-wise, it's going to make a noise and it's not going to be good and it's going to ruin your recording unless you edit it out or whatever. Stop, start, which is a thing. You know, if I do this, I'm like, hey, I'm here to talk about the Avlex AVS 77, which yes, I still have and love and I need to use more. It's even dusty. What a great mic though. Do I even need another mic? Even if it's not the best sounding mic, it is one of my favorite sounding mics and favorite form factors, period. And that's what you get from my channel is something like this. And I know you all know that for the most part, but I just, again, want to reiterate, definitely do your research. Definitely find more reviews if they're available, because I promise you, I will miss things. And I will miss them mostly because I am a half glass full person. I still love the Shure MVX2U. I think it's an awesome device. I stand by the score whole 9 yards. I think firmware updates will probably fix some stuff, but at the same time, people that are more serious about their audio than me, because I am very lackadaisical about a lot of things, sometimes flaws are good to me. Sometimes imperfections are character. I don't like perfection. It's not a thing I'm into. But Shure MVX2U, Fifine Case 669D, still love that mic. Is it bright? Hell yeah, it's bright, but it's cheap and it sounds good with processing, and I just kind of love it. There's certain things that are endearing to me, like this. I'll show you this later at some point. I'll show it to you now, sort of. But you know, this here, let me tell you what now, is, I don't even know what it is because there's no name brand on it. But this will come on the channel eventually. It's a microphone, and it's got a 1/4 inch jack in the bottom. This is how you plug this thing in, and this is amazing. This, that I can almost hide, I can hide. This is amazing. This is what I love. Things like this. And it is all metal. Built like a tank. Really freaking cool. This is what I love. And I love to show you guys these things. So again, please do not think that I am an expert. I'm not. I'm effing not. But I have a lot of fun and I enjoy my community. You guys are awesome. The Discord server is awesome. The membership is awesome. Everybody that comments on every single video is awesome. Everything is awesome about this. I have zero regrets, and I will keep going until there's some massively major reason why I can't. This is what I do. And I appreciate you guys for sticking by me, even though I do miss things. I do make mistakes, and I will continue to, because I do not have the time to be perfect, which is why I like flaws. I'm flawed. This channel's flawed. The only thing that's not flawed is my wife. She's perfect. I'm kidding. She's kind of an asshole sometimes. But anyway, please don't watch this. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you guys, and just felt the need to talk a little bit, switch it up, do something different, and use this space and use this mic and use this sweet OC White Aculite boom arm. It just felt like a good thing and a good time to do something like this. So I'll see you guys soon. I've been dropping them like they're hot, and I'll continue to. Peace out.